What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. We are back on WUG, and this is the first time I've led the pack out of the start on this track, which is kind of wild with this car because I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. So we got the CLK GTR, and look at all this Halloween background. By the time this video is uploaded, it'll probably be gone, so I am glad that I was able to experience it just a couple more times in OG world. And look at this. I thought I was being so clever trying to take that route. Yeah, it literally, and me hitting that wall, it literally didn't do anything good for me. So, and hitting the water barrels twice. Amazing job. Talking about the Halloween decorations. If I remember in OG world, how long did those Halloween decorations last for? Was it just one day, or was it for like a week or so? I don't really remember. Let me know in the comments if you do. Now this CLK GTR, I know this car hasn't been retuned or anything, but has it been retuned? It feels so different the last time I drove it. Now, last time I drove it was probably well over a month ago. So was there like some patch notes that I missed? Because this thing feels a lot more grippier. And I didn't do anything at all to the tuning setup. I kept it the same. But it drives better in the corners. I don't know, something about the turning radius. It's just... It just wants to turn more. Or am I just messing with myself? I don't know. But the CLK GTR feels better than how I remembered not too long ago. And we did make a little bit of a comeback, securing that second place spot. Was I able to compete with the McLaren? Probably not. However, CLK GTR, it did pretty good. Now here's a car that I know has been retuned, and that is the Peugeot Oxia. Now I got the Oxia Spider, and if you don't know how to get this car, you gotta buy 6 Oxias. There's a achievement called Forgotten Prototypes. So you basically gotta buy 6 Oxias, and then you get this car. Now what can you do with the other Oxias? You can just sell them. Pretty much it. And then this car ends up practically being free. Now the M6 Spider is a car that I don't see very often in World. I actually forgot this car existed, but I'm surprised it's doing a pretty good job. Oh, we got the F-Type. I'm glad the devs remodeled the F-Type along with the A-Class, because the proportions on them, especially when you compare it to the other cars, it was off. It looked off. Especially the F-Type, when you compare it to the F-Type on other servers, it was looking a little weird compared to the game's art style, you can say. So I'm glad that they fixed that up and the cars look so much better. And we are in back of the pack with the nerfed Oxia. Yet this car got no buffs. It was just nerfed, and you can feel it. Because the Oxia was a pretty nice cruiser. At one point, it was a meta car for some tracks. However, that's no longer the case. And it just has strong NOS. That's about it. That's the only redeeming quality, and the fact that it looks cool. It's a cool looking car, and you can't deny that. However, the front grip, you can feel the understeer now, which is something... I thought this was like a rear-wheel drive, or this is like all-wheel drive car. It drives like a Mazda Speed 3 in the corners, and that is a feeling that I don't want to feel again. Driving probably one of the most iconic cars I've driven in this game, and that's the El Camino Jug. And oh man, yeah, this thing does not want to turn, and I gotta say, I'm sad to see it became this way, because the El Camino was a nice driving car. It was a muscle car with strong NOS and decent handling. And back in the OG days before car classes, this thing was available for IGC, which was pretty rare that cars of presets, like most of the 95% of presets were for speed boost. So the fact that we were able to get some presets here and there for in-game cash was nice. This thing was going for 250k, and this was during the times when you basically earned hundreds of dollars for racing, and at best like $1,000 for Team Escape. And I grinded so hard to get this car. I wanted this thing so badly, and oh man, the drifting is taking me aback, man. This is not the El Camino that I know. I remember getting that El Camino, and I just loved it. I loved it so much, especially as a free player. Like the fact that I was like, oh man, I have a car with aftermarket parts, racing performance parts. It had a little mass multiplier to it. It had Cosmic NOS. Cosmic NOS was only for people who paid for cars. That was pretty much it. So the fact that there was a car with strong nitrous, and I had it, it was pretty fire. It was a fire car. I used it so much. Even after car classes, I should have probably kept it at B class. However, I was at a point when I just wanted to upgrade every car to the max. I wasn't thinking much strategically about, oh, like I should keep this car at this class or not. No, I just wanted to max this car out, and I had almost all ultra parts on it, and I used it for Team Escape, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this car, and that's why I spent 10 mil on it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. Peace.